Okay, in this video I basically need to address two people who have questions for me. One's Prometheus Fire Gauntlet, and his question had to do with the secured party creditor nonsense. And see, if you start to research this secured party creditor stuff and all this crap, and I'm gonna explain in detail why it's crap. Okay, first of all, it all comes from this chick named Druana Raven Moon Shadow. Once again, Druana Raven Moon Shadow. The Drew is a red flag because Noble Drew Ali, Dr. Drew Pinsky, and druana Raven Moonshadow. Now, druana Raven Moonshadow admits to being a magician, a black magician as well. And she lives in Mexico. Guess who else lives in Mexico? Jesse Ventura. You see the connection here, Mr. Prometheus Fire Gauntlet? You see how... So you have to develop the seeing eye. Why is she in Mexico? Also, she promotes a paleo diet. That's stupid. We all know that the correct answer is what Cyrus King said about the middle path about eating meat twice a month. So, a chick like her that's Hispanic should only be eating like meat twice a month. That's if she can't already go vegan all the way. Because what you do is you go vegan all the way, and that will tell you how much of a soul you have. So if you're like me with no soul, veganism will just fucking kill you. Because Mother Nature hates me. Which is a good segue. Actually, I'm not going to segue just yet. I have to cover something. So, Prometheus was talking about the secured party creditor, right? So all these people who are interested in becoming a creditor are... All these people that are interested in becoming a creditor, they are the same crowd as the people who say that they are not their strawman, which is their name in all capital letters. So let me get this straight. You say that you're not your strawman, but you want to claim a benefit from your strawman, which is what you do when you become a secured party creditor. And Taj Street video series on this, where he addresses this, and it's common sense. You're saying that you're not your strawman, but you want a benefit from your strawman, which puts you right back under the jurisdiction of the United States Corporation. You fool. You bloody fool. This is why you don't want nothing to do with it in the first place. And everyone who says to do it, even Nanya L tells people to become a creditor and fill out the Ucc1 form. He's been taught wrong. He doesn't understand contract law the way masters like myself and Taj Shriek Bey understand it. Because remember, they're always trying to suck you back into the jurisdiction of the United States Corporation. They have so many tricks up their fucking sleeves. This is why Taj Shriek Bey says all the ruling class has a fez in their closet, because they all trick you. Like I said, druana, Noble Drew Ali, Dr. Drew Pinsky. Okay, so here's what I started saying this to McLeary, but I forgot to go all the way with it, and So McLeary, is the typical, gothic guy that's probably a closet smoker doing, listening to, the heavy metal obituary stuff, right? So the problem with this is that you're supposed to see that this is a rut they want you stuck in. You're supposed to see that, first of all, you're supposed to see that you're a Neanderthal hybrid, and then second of all, you're going to realize that you were a draconian in a past life, and then you're going to realize that draconians came from a star system that was much, 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 much different from this one. So what this means is that in order for the so-called Jew, which would be you and I, McLeary, in order for the so-called Jew to be activated, you must first start drinking the blood of Ethiopians or having sex with black women. You're only going to get your soul and your metaphysical stuff on when you do one of two things: drink the blood of Ethiopians or have sex with black women. Like I said, all these demons like Dita Von Teese, they all try to pull you toward that, gothic shit. Because it's all a trick. Because the thing is, when you become enlightened like me, you realize that you really want a black girlfriend, because it's like George Lucas has a black wife, and there's a Microsoft CEO that's a billionaire that has a black wife, because they understand that they want to get their soul back, because they are adepts and they realize that they realize the programming. They realize that all the programming in the world is to get you to... I said it before, white women are really useless when it comes to metaphysics, because if you're a black guy having sex with a white girl, you're giving the girl melanin. If you're a black woman having sex with a white man, you're giving the melanin. And this goes, 3 times for the so-called Jew, because the Jew needs the blood of the Ethiopian to get activated, and then once they're activated, they don't need the blood anymore, because they can just vamp off the chakras. Just remember, the vampire myth comes from the Jewish mythology. Then the so-called Jew is the Neanderthal, and the so-called Neanderthal used to be a draconian, especially the typo negative ones. And see, all the Dita Von Teese stuff, when you look at her, for those that don't know, Dita Von Teese is an alternative host body for the Queen of England. And when you look at her, she's not really that attractive, because she's doing that 1920s burlesque look. And that's just a bunch of she's overweight, she's a smoker. She looks like she's got too much makeup on. She doesn't look natural. She doesn't look breezy like a black chick would look breezy. That whole gothic scene has got to go, because it's so soulless and it's so toxic, and people like McLeary contribute to that overall entity of the gothic shit. And see, when I vibrate, when I was doing the vegan fast and I was vibing right, I would only listen to if I listened to music at all, it would only be the Rolling Stones and the Beatles. It's only when I start eating meat do I start listening to bands like Disturbed and Godsmack and Korn. But that's only at the gym, though. I don't listen to music. I do not listen to music anywhere else other than the gym. So all the gothic stuff has to go, and you really want to get a black girlfriend. I know it's going to be hard to find one that's not stupid, but you can find one. Yeah, you got to get back to black. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's something that has to be done. all you white chicks out there, you're being eradicated anyway, because you white chicks are stupid, you're unappreciative, you're crazy, you're kleptomaniacs, you're nymphomaniacs, you're hard to please, you're stupid. Like, it's no like mystery as to why white women are going the way of the dinosaur, because they're just so goddamn soulless. Like, the building I'm at right now, it's like a corporate building, and they're so soulless, and they're so predictable. And see, what happened was they turned all the white women into wee men, and those wee men decided they wanted a career and not a baby, which is a very soulless decision to make. And so nature is like, okay, they don't want a baby, they're going to go the way of the dinosaur. So you see black women and Hispanic women having kids because they're the ones with the souls. So see, all these vampires tricked white people into wanting to be cool forever and wanting to be, at the club, at the castle in Ybor City, and I can see the curse that was put on white people very clearly. And see, they push this like Teen Wolf, and they push all this, werewolf and lichens and underworld and Kate Beckinsale, and they push all this like vampire propaganda because it just finishing off white people, basically. They just want to finish off white people and push them all towards soullessness. And you have to get the black girlfriend. You either have to drink the blood of the Ethiopian children or have sex with the black women. The universe is the yoni-verse. The yoni is always black. Like a punani. And I noticed that even though the Moabite women are really not much to look at, they tend, like 9 times out of 10, they actually seem to be personable and have a personality, which means that they're soulful. And speaking of soulful, now that I'm like an adept, every time I see Osama bin Laden, I'm like, that guy killed no one. That guy was responsible for zero terrorism. That guy, when you look at Osama bin Laden, he obviously looks like a very soulful, sweet human being. He looks like a teddy bear. He looks like, someone who is like 100% vegetarian and drinks like goat milk, and he looks like a humble man. It's like but that's only when you have a seeing eye. Like the profane, the goyim can't see that. It's only like we adepts who can